If you look at the numbers and matching up to others that have made it, then I should be in there someday. It might happen when I'm gone, but it is what it is.
Without a doubt, Chad Johnson is one of, if not the most recognizable player in Cincinnati Bengals history.
Uh-oh, they're here for some material.
Over his career, he tallied 766 receptions, 11,059 receiving yards, and 67 touchdowns, all while being a 6-time Pro Bowler, a 4-time All-Pro, and leading the league in receiving yards in 2006.
If I get in the end zone, make sure you keep the camera on me.
His electric personality, iconic touchdown celebrations, and undeniable talent made him a fan favorite and a defensive nightmare. But does that make him a Hall of Famer?
Induct myself.
What does that say? Future Hall of Fame?
Well, to answer that question, we first have to look at how Chad came to be. Born on January 9th, 1978 in Miami, Florida, Chad Johnson was raised in Liberty City, one of the toughest areas in Miami. Early in Chad's life, he was faced with a lot of challenges.
When he was growing up, when he was about 3 or 4, his mother moved to California. So she left him, and I guess he felt abandoned because she took his little brother with her, but she didn't take him, and so he just depended on me for everything.
However, despite the adversity, he found solace and purpose in sports, particularly football. From a young age, it was clear that Chad had a gift and an undeniable passion for the game. Chad attended Miami Beach Senior High School, where he would begin to show off those football gifts. However, his journey to college football stardom wasn't the traditional route.
I went to Langston University and got in trouble for fighting. They expelled me. I came back to Miami, and my grandma, oh no, listen, baby, I've done all I can with you. Her favorite line, I wash my hands.
He then transferred to Santa Monica College in California, where he teamed up with future NFL star Steve Smith.
Chad Johnson, where are you from? Miami. My mama lives here, so I'm here. And we told him, why are you so angry? We haven't done anything to you. You don't even know my name. So I said, look, come back with a better attitude tomorrow. Maybe we'll let you stay around here. And then he became like a fly on fly paper. He was kind of like on you all the time.
His time in Santa Monica College was crucial in refining his skills and gaining the attention of larger programs. In 2000, he would go on to transfer to Oregon State, where he had a standout season. His speed, agility, and ability to make spectacular catches helped him lead the Beavers to an 11-win season and a Fiesta Bowl victory over Notre Dame. His time at Oregon State not only solidified his status as an elite receiver, but also put him on the radar of NFL scouts.
Smith in trouble, going deep. Look at this pass! Chad Johnson, gone!
In the 2001 NFL Draft, Chad Johnson was selected in the second round by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati has selected wide receiver from Oregon State University, Chad Johnson.
This marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life. The Bengals had high hopes for Johnson, and he didn't disappoint.
If they stop me today, any coverage, I will give you my game check.
From his rookie season, it was clear he had the potential to become one of the best wide receivers in the league. Chad's career with the Bengals was nothing short of spectacular. He quickly became a fan favorite, known for his addictive personality, memorable touchdown celebrations, and most importantly, his incredible talent on the field.
On the field. Oh, what a catch! Oh, Chad Johnson's got it! Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Ain't no ball, bro. Bro, I can see it in their eyes, bro.
One of Johnson's most remarkable seasons came in 2005 when he led the AFC in receiving yards for the third straight year with 1,432 yards. His chemistry with quarterback Carson Palmer was undeniable, and together they formed one of the most potent quarterback-receiver duos in the league.
35. Man, they all suck, man. Come on, this is me.
Johnson's ability to make difficult catches looked effortless. His agility with his quick feet to create space and his knack for finding the end zone made him a nightmare for defenders. And he knew it.
Come on. I want you right there. All right.
From telling DBs his routes pre-play to even keeping a list of their names with the yes and no box in his locker and check off whether they were successful or not covering him that week.
This is the standard, and next on the list is Jerry Azuma. As we can see, we have 2 fallen victims already.
Chad wanted to go up against their best to prove he was the best.
Anybody that writes about whatever I say today, you call me Ochocinco. Do not say Chad. You're going to get a pay cut.
In 2006, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, Chad Johnson wore a jersey with Ochocinco on the nameplate during warm-ups before a game. A playful nod to his jersey number 85. Even though 85 doesn't translate to Ochocinco in Spanish, it's still creative. But creative as it may be, the act led to a $5,000 fine from the NFL for violating uniform policy, but it also hinted at what was to come.
I changed my name purposely in the offseason for them fining me, and not when I appealed it, they upheld the fine. So I changed my name in the offseason, so now I put it on all my jerseys, since y'all want to be rude and mean.
So, in 2008, Chad Johnson legally changed his name to Ochocinco. The name change was emblematic of his larger-than-life persona and his flair for showmanship.
What's up, man? This is your boy, Chad, a.k.a. Ochocinco, a.k.a. the Black Mexican.
While some critics, coaches, and fans saw it as a distraction, others appreciated his ability to entertain both on and off the field. The Ochocinco era was marked by even more memorable moments and unforgettable performances.
And the good Lord done woke me up, and he allowed you to have a camera to hear the wise words that are gonna come out of my mouth today.
Despite his on-field success, Chad Ochocinco's career was not without his controversies. His outspoken nature and occasional clashes with coaches sometimes overshadowed his accomplishments due to the lack of team success.
Do you feel like you're being a distraction, or is that what you've been told?
Are we reading the same papers? We seeing the same stuff?
Despite the drama, though, Johnson continued to perform at a high level, proving his worth as one of the league's top receivers.
What's up? What's good, baby?
How you doing?
Good?
Good to see you.
How's everything?
Keep in touch, brother.
All right, I got you.
We're gonna make this happen someday.
Yeah.
Bengals head to Georgetown, but they'll do so without one of the most talked about players the team has ever seen. Yes, the Bengals traded Chad Ochocinco to New England. Sports anchor Dennis Jansen looks back on Ochocinco's time since putting on the stripes.
In 2011, Chad will be traded to the New England Patriots. The move was seen as a fresh start for the veteran receiver, and many hoped that he would thrive in the Patriots' high-powered offense. However, his time in New England was underwhelming, to say the least.
I don't think it was anybody's fault. He tried hard, we tried hard. Offensively, we didn't get as much out of him as they did, that's for sure.
He struggled to learn the complex playbook and had difficulty establishing a connection with quarterback Tom Brady. Ochocinco finished the season with just 15 receptions for 276 yards and 1 touchdown. Despite the disappointing performance, he still earned a trip to Super Bowl 46, although the Patriots fell to the New York Giants.
In all seriousness, the reason I'm getting on Chad Ochocinco, what did I say months ago, Skip? He let them steal his mojo. That's what happened.
He left it in Cincinnati.
Listen, there was nothing wrong with Chad Ochocinco. He's a good guy. He never got in any trouble. He's a model citizen. He got along with everybody. Yeah, Teddy Bruschi and others got on him about wanting to be a media guy or whatever the case may be, wanting some attention. That's the worst thing that Chad Ochocinco has ever done in his career.
So, after only 1 season in New England, Chad signed with the Miami Dolphins, returning to his hometown in hopes of reviving his career.
Do you feel like you're as fast, as quick as you have been in the past years?
Are you watching? You been out there? I'm fast as
Unfortunately, his time with the Dolphins was marred by off-field issues.
Chad Johnson was arrested Saturday night for misdemeanor domestic battery. We now welcome in NFL insider Adam Schefter with the details.
Hakeem, Chad Johnson is actually still in police custody as we speak right now, and he will have to see a judge before he's released, and he will obviously have to state his case. The argument started while he and his new wife, Evelyn Lozada, they were in their car. They were pulling into their driveway, and according to police, she claims he leaned over and head-butted her. He claims to police that she leaned forward and they bumped heads accidentally, but Johnson's wife has a laceration on her forehead, so clearly this is a situation that's developing. But the one thing about Chad Johnson, he's always been a prankster, he's always been entertaining, he's always been funny, he's never been in trouble before. So this is a first time for that, at least the first time that people know about publicly, and obviously it's something that's got to be very disappointing to a lot of people.
Chad was ultimately sentenced to 30 days jail time, though only serving 7, after missing his agreed probation appointments with his judge, denying his plea negotiations following a butt-pat incident in court.
Mr. Swingle. Do you have any questions for him? I'm not going to accept these plea negotiations. I don't think anything's funny about it, Mr. Johnson. This isn't a joke.
I didn't do it. That's a joke.
Everybody in the courtroom was laughing. I'm not accepting these plea negotiations.
This marked the end of his NFL career, as no other teams were willing to take a chance on the aging receiver.
You played so well for so long, achieved so much, and while you might not have finished how you wanted to finish, I mean, it's a career that about everybody entering the NFL would have died to have had.
But so basically what you just said is you just wrote a great sentence and forgot to put the period at the end. There's no period to everything you just said. Yes, the sentence is great, but it's not complete until that period is there. There's no period.
Following his NFL career, Chad remained in the public eye through various ventures. He appeared on several reality TV shows, as well as being a co-host on a popular podcast called Nightcap with Shannon Sharp. He also pursued a career in professional soccer, briefly playing for Sporting Kansas City in Major League Soccer, and more recently competing in the soccer tournament with J.J. Watt and Pat McAfee. In addition to his entertainment endeavors, he's also been involved in philanthropy, using his social media platforms to support various charitable causes. In 2023, Chad Johnson will be honored by the Bengals and be inducted into the Ring of Honor, solidifying his career with the organization.
4 straight years leading the AFC in receiving yards, dynamic playmaker and game changer, the franchise leader in all-time receiving yards, number 85, Chad Johnson.
But the real question still remains. Does all of this make him a Hall of Famer?
It's a new year, same old question. How do you stop 85?
To answer this question, we must consider several factors. Firstly, his stats should speak for themselves. With over 11,000 receiving yards, 67 touchdowns, Johnson ranks amongst the top receivers of his era. His 6 Pro Bowl selections and multiple All-Pro honors further underscore his impact on the game. However, fair or not, the Hall of Fame is not solely about numbers. It also considers a player's influence on the sport and their legacy. Chad's addictive personality and memorable celebrations made him a household name, and his ability to draw attention to the wide receiver position cannot be understated. He brought a level of entertainment and excitement that few others have matched. But despite his impressive resume, there are arguments against his Hall of Fame candidacy. Critics point to his lack of postseason success, as the Bengals only made the playoffs twice during his tenure, and they failed to win a single playoff game. However, one of those games you really can't fault him because Carson Palmer tore his ACL at the beginning of the game. But his controversial moments and clashes with coaches and management may work against him in the eyes of the Hall of Fame voters. Moreover, while Johnson had several outstanding seasons, his career lacked the consistency seen in some other Hall of Fame receivers. His decline in performance towards the end of his career, particularly during his stint with the Patriots and Dolphins, could be seen as a mark against him. To even further look into Chad's Hall of Fame credentials, it's helpful to compare him with other receivers who have been inducted. Players like Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Terrell Owens not only put staggering numbers up, but also had a significant impact on their team's success. While Chad's stats are impressive, they don't quite reach the heights of these all-time greats. However, it is important to note that the Hall of Fame has inducted players with similar career trajectories to Johnson's. For example, Lynn Swann and John Stallworth were both key contributors to their teams, but didn't have the same statistical dominance as Rice or Moss. Their inductions were based on their overall impact on the game and the contributions to their team's successes. Chad Johnson's Hall of Fame candidacy is a polarizing topic. Supporters argue that his impressive stats, numerous accolades, and undeniable impact on the game make him a deserving candidate. His ability to entertain and engage fans set him apart from many of his peers, and his influence on the wide receiver position is still felt today. Detractors, however, point to his lack of postseason success, inconsistent career, and off-field controversies as reasons why he falls short of the Hall of Fame standard. But do I personally believe he's a Hall of Famer? Yeah, I actually do, but barely. I believe he'll eventually get in, but he will have to wait some time. It just is what it is. But whether or not Chad Johnson is ultimately enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, his contributions to the game will be remembered and celebrated by football fans for generations to come.